Hi, I'm Sean Walker with Ladder Precise Plans. Welcome to the channel. Today we're in beautiful San Diego County at a house in Escondido. Beautiful weather here for a winter day. Today we're scanning a residential house for as-built drawings. Wanted to show you what we're going to do. Okay, so let me walk you around this house and show you the house that we're going to scan. So let's go. Okay, so I generally like to start on the exterior of the building that we're going to scan, and I work my way around. I try to start somewhere where I can end right before we enter the house. That way I can just work in a path, and working with the software, it makes life easier too, because you can just connect. You don't have to, do a lot in the pre-registration process on the tablet. So anyway, this is where we'll start, and we'll just work our way all the way around the house, work our way around the site, and capture everything that we need. So yeah, let's go. Okay, what I like to do is, in order to stand close to it but not be in the scans, you kind of stand off to the side where you can see the screen, and you just kind of follow the screen on the outside so the scanner doesn't get the technician, who is me at the moment, in the scans. So I'll stand here while it scans, and I'll move with the camera, move from the side of the scanner and move all the way around the scanner while it's scanning and stay out of the scans. Anyway, I can show you the pre-registration process that we do as well. So once we move from point to point, we have to register each scan, meaning we have to tell the program this scan is connected to this next scan, and you have to show it on you have to basically tell the computer which ones to try to mesh together. So let me show you that process. Okay, so this is what we see on the iPad, and this is the pre-registration process that we do. So you can see if you scroll out here, you can see there's 3 points. So those are the initial 3 points that we've taken this morning. This being the first one, the second one, and the third. And you can kind of see it's already starting to form some sort of plan just from the millions of points that it takes in space. And if you go in really close, you can see that these are just all little dots, right? So essentially what the scanner does is it just puts points in a 3D space. So if you look at this as a 3D view, you can see that it's a bunch of points that it takes in space. It's just dots in space. Okay, so it's basically essentially taking millions and millions of readings and just putting these dots in a 3D space. So it starts to, form the 3D model. Okay, so if you go back to the map, which is the top view, I can show you. Let's turn that down a little bit. But so this is essentially the plan view of of the building. So what we need to do is called pre-register. So you connect the two scans together and you align them. And essentially, once you have them, you can see one comes up in a blue color, one comes up in an orange color, and you can see that there's like an overlap. If you move this, you can tell, oh, this scan is not where it's supposed to be. But when you move it into place, you can see it kind of lines up over the two areas, so you know that's close then. And then what we want to do is you do the optimize button, and that's the computer basically crunching all the numbers and putting the two scans together. And then you create a link between the two. And now those 2 points are linked, so you can't move them apart. You have to go in and you'd have to disconnect. Okay, so then you kind of just go around and do this while you're scanning. So for the next point, let me back up here. So for the next point, you just kind of know it's close because you can kind of see that it's, the edge of the house there. So then I will connect these 2 points like that and start the alignment. And again, you can move this until it's kind of close. And then you tell the computer, okay, it's close. Then do the optimization. And now it's optimized, which means it's very, very close. And then you create a link. And this just creates the links in space. Then you can move this guy around any which way. And what I often like to do is kind of put it to a perpendicular to our grid that we see on the screen. And that just makes your life easier when you're going around, because you can kind of look at it as a plan view that's perpendicular to your screen. So that's what we're doing on the pre-registration front. All right, let's go back and continue scanning. So yeah, you have to just basically move it into all the positions so you can see everything. Like any points you can't see, it's not going to capture. It's kind of like painting a building. If you just paint in one direction, you're not going to get around this wall. You have to move so you can get every little inch. So essentially that's what we do with the scanner. You got to set the scanner up to be able to see every single point around the building. So there's things that are inevitable. You can see that tree that's next to the house. I mean, that's going to obstruct some of the wall. But again, you can make deductions like around it, especially if you have enough points, like, enough scan places that you've scanned, then, it kind of fills in the blank. You get one from, say, the left side, you get one from the front, get one from the right side. It'll take the different points and put them all together and create the point cloud. So you'll get pretty good. Sometimes you have to kind of get between the trees in the house. But in this case, there's not enough room. So we just kind of have to get a bunch of scan points around the tree. As you can see, this is sort of making a plan view. So keep going. And we're just about done. 2 more scans. And that's it. You can see we sort of worked around the building there. Now we're getting that scan in the front, and we'll get a scan right by the front door. Then we can do the interior. Okay, so you can see this is the last scan. Just going to connect it to this first one. And then we will have our exterior done. So you can see here, from what I was saying earlier, you start at one point, you walk all the way around the building, and you can see in this the map view here, which you can see right here, is just the very brief look at the points in space. It shows you from a top view, so you can kind of see it as a plan as you walk around the house. And you can see just from this already, I pretty much have the footprint of the house. You can go into these different modes here, but the 3D one, you can see that this is what I have. It takes a little bit for the dots to fill in, but you can see that I have a 3D model pretty much of the exterior of the house, which now I can take this into any program like AutoCAD or Revit, this point cloud, and I can then do all my drawings from it and measure any points in space. So you can see it's filling in the dots right now. It takes a little bit, but then you have your archway. I can get that angle, I can get the radius, I can get all the windows, the doors, everything from this project. So it makes your life so much easier. Imagine having to be out there for hours measuring every little bit of the exterior. Now, within like a half an hour of scanning, I have everything that I need to do any exterior elevations of this house. So that's a wrap. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, hit the bell icon, so we can continue bringing you content. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.